Yo, what's going on live, everybody? Motherfucking Nerd Rap Podcast. Let me do y'all a favor. For anybody else, you know what I mean, jump on here and comment. Yes, I'm recording from a potato. I'm recording from a stir-fried potato, actually. Um, I do need to get a better laptop though. Get a better webcam. Ah, whatever. Anywho, before we get started, salute to everybody that's fucking my channel for the most part. Um, I know I'm not the most active person on YouTube, not really active a lot of the times on here in general. And that's my fault, my nigga. I'm just not the be on camera every day type guy. Like I gotta have something to talk about. You know what I mean? And the whole news thing's taken on YouTube. Like there's so many people I already fuck with who do media and investigative journalism. So it's kind of one of those things where like I gotta be motivated to really talk my shit about something for me to jump on this motherfucking app. So reparations and Juneteenth, you know what I mean? They've been doing this shit for like hundreds of years where they give us like these simple like arm waves to like keep us quiet. What the fuck? Who asked for Juneteenth to be a real recognized holiday? Probably the same nigga who asked for like Kwanzaa and shit. Who asked for that? Like all niggas ask for is something in writing that will will legitimately target the increase of white supremacist ghost skins infiltrating the police force who use that to carry out their violent vendetta against niggas. All we have to do is do complete police reform. And not even police reform, because we know the problem. It's not about the police. It's about the KKK who infiltrated the police and made the police their own. They all have to go. They have to go. All you have to do is say we label the KKK a terrorist organization. Anyone with links to it, it immediately becomes a federal crime and will be investigated by the NCIS. Yeah, talk about the show NCIS because they investigated terrorism. But this is terrorism, and this has been government-sanctioned terrorism for hundreds of years. Government-sanctioned terrorism. You had goofies getting mad at me over my Asian hate video, but ain't nobody mad about this Juneteenth bullshit. But meanwhile, cops are still killing niggas right now. Like nothing stopped. You know what was saving our lives? When everyone was home. You know what happened when they let everyone out again? Niggas start getting killed again. Nothing changed. Nothing stops. Nothing stops your prejudice when you leave your house and all your fears get realized when you're standing in front of a nigga, even though he's just walking his dog. Black people can't be safe no matter where we go. Ain't nothing we can do to be safe from pain. The most dangerous place black people are is in the minds of white people. Shouts to my man Paul Moon or D.L. Hughley. I think D.L. Hughley said that. I'm gonna give my credit where credit's due. And the most dangerous place that niggas can exist possible because niggas can sharpen their pencils, niggas can tie their shoes, niggas can go get a cup of OJ. All I gotta do is look threatening while I do it. I'm getting killed. That's it. We don't even ask no questions. We don't ask any questions. None. Niggas still sitting here to this day debating about, oh well, why is it that we don't get all of these reparations that other races do? I mean, it's obvious. It's obvious. It's obvious, guys. Well, I'm about to go on Anchor. We about to really get to talk this fake. It's a motherfucking Nerd Rap Podcast. We are on Anchor.fm now. Salute to everybody. But yeah, back to this YouTube shit. Black people economically give and offer nothing to this country for this country to give a fuck about us. And economically, Let me be clear here. That does not mean what we actually contribute as a people. This is our country. What I'm saying is, in terms of economically as a unit of people, cohesively, we have the least power because most of our money makes other people money, not us. So they are not going to protect the people who we make rich. They're not going to protect us. They're going to protect the people we make rich. Asian people economically in this country, due to the fact that, our dealings with China, on a political idea, they have an economic base enough to pressure them to push things into play in their favor. We don't have that. We don't have an economic base of an outside entity that can force the hand of a superpower. We are the workhorse of a superpower that the rest of the world don't give a shit about. So, long story short, there's no political incentive for them to do shit for black people outside of the vote. I mean, they'll get niggas to vote. That's the thing. Our power comes again as a workhorse. They'll get us to get the numbers, to get the statistics, to get the job done. But when the job's done, that's when you don't need niggas no more. That's when our job as a workhorse is, sir, that's rolled its course. They want niggas to be workhorses. Niggas are supposed to be, the building blocks of the new foundation of the new society. So what they're gonna do constantly with this is when niggas start getting politically aware and angry, they're gonna pass some asinine ass bill, some cockamamie ass little bill that's gonna solve all the fucking nothing. And we gonna eat that shit up. We gonna eat that shit up. There's niggas right now happy. Niggas right now happy that Juneteenth is a recognized holiday. Nigga, I'm not even off on Juneteenth. I still gotta work. So all you gave niggas was a day off that not even the whole country can enjoy. You think that's what niggas want? Is just a day off? Think about that. Everyone else get legal laws passed to protect them legally, and all we get is a fucking day off the plantation. You still 350 human being who we expect to be treated like people. Niggas. Niggas. 3/5 of a human motherfucking being you expect to get treated like expect to get treated like people. Salute to my man, Prime Time Mind of a Battle Rappers podcast. And salute to my cousin podcast coming up. LRW3 Talk to Me Nice. Salute to my people, man. We all jumping in the podcast game. You feel me? But nah, we got to talk this. We got to chop this table because black people. I mean, we got, I have a conversation with minds. You feel me? Y'all can't be surprised, yo. This is what they've been doing. This country don't give a fuck about what we did when we were animals and slaves to them. This niggas right now who pet Rottweiler saved their life in the woods from some wild ass animal, and he went home to still abuse and beat that dog. So if they viewed us as animals that were less than human for 500 years, and now, shit, just imagine it like this: we spent most of our society believing that dogs are inferior to us. So imagine how angry you might be the day that you get a job and your Labrador get a job, and that motherfucker ended up being a better worker than you ever could be. And I'm not saying we're dogs. That's how we're viewed. I'm just saying, look at it. The irrational anger, fuck, man, it's irrational. Like, well, our reaction to this is irrational. I always wonder why black people get surprised when like America does like shitty things towards us and like just wants us to be quiet about it. Like we like niggas be acting so shocked, like they're surprised. Oh my gosh, why would he? That's so wrong. Why would he do that? I know they don't like no niggas. Y'all get confused about why cops come into neighborhoods of people they don't live around, and foreign neighborhoods they don't live in, and think all the people that live there are criminals. They don't live there. You got no attachment to your neighborhood. I had a conversation with one of the homies, salute to my man God, like, and he brings up, we and him raised different an interesting point. Uh, you know, well, I don't think it was with God, like, but I think I was talking on one of my people about it. The issue with police brutality is the fact that us as a people have to take every measure of the fight and go full forward. Niggas think we could just start some private police force or say fuck the police. I do say fuck the police. 1000%. Like I believe the system of patrolling neighborhoods you don't live in is foolish. Now I do believe that there should be like a neighborhood watch or there should be a level of law enforcement to some extent, but I feel like it should be far more community controlled and organized. Keep it 1,000. It should be built on a foundation of community intervention. You know what I mean? Like the Nation of Islam wanted to have some brothers who patrol their neighborhood to do whatever. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm with all the shenanigans, but the issue is that gotta be a common accord. It can't just be a couple of niggas who want to do the right thing and everybody else want to act like it's a lawless wasteland. But bigger thing, brothers and sisters. But the biggest thing that y'all gotta worry about too is how many niggas is really gonna be cool with this? Because we talk about black unity all the time, but it gotta be unity for real. It gotta be unity for real. You smoking? Okay. Time to get you up, big baby. That's all. You good?
Why you shaking like that?
I try to wake you up 3 times. You want to wake up. Then you woke up and said, "Where the L at?" So that's why I shook you 3 times. Why if you sleep this episode?
I was.
Well, she awake now. Nerd Rap Podcast. But yeah, I don't understand. All we got to do as a community is start going to some of these good community meetings as a unit, and I talk about 5 or 10 of us. Go to these community meetings as a community. We all know the concerns of our neighborhoods. Like most of us in agree that the streets is getting wild and crazy. Niggas snitching on each other, doing this, that, and the third. It's getting wild out here. But the problem is we got a lot of dudes in the streets who want to run around in the streets versus running around as real big homies and OGs. And it has to be a combined effort. You can't just have niggas being in the streets trying to play Malcolm X, but nobody wants to play the political game. Nobody wants to jump in the police force. We got to have brothers who are willing to be part of that police force. And not to be a part of it, we need to take over it the same way the KKK took over the police force. How the fuck do you think that the police force is so anti-black if for almost 50 years KKK have been perfectly training their people to go into the police just so they can have a political leverage against us, just so they can form unions, just so they can protect themselves under the guise of law, and a blue shield is an extra political entity that they can add to an allies list basically. Meanwhile, niggas, like what do we don't we gotta unite in some aspect. We have to. We have to see you can't have an enemy and keep charging at the enemy, admiring the enemy, and not using what they give you to destroy them at the same time. Can't keep working like that. We can't keep asking the enemy to show us mercy. It's time for us to start taking and implementing these same strategies for our benefit. And if these motherfuckers can send 1 million motherfuckers to the goddamn law enforcement to infiltrate so they can have political leverage against us, so they can commit mass genocide without jail time, maybe to protect our neighborhoods, maybe we should have police commissioners who, won't let random cop punch, kick, stomp, and knee niggas in the random incident that they get caught jaywalking. Bit easier to not be treated that way when the neighborhood of niggas know you. It's not just having black cops either, because y'all think black cops would be just as bad, if not worse. It's about having people from your community who know the community, who are in the community. I don't come at all cops a certain way, because I've had the honor of meeting cops, good cops and bad cops. So when I do these videos a lot of the times, or I do my podcast and I speak on race or political entities, I am very specific. When I spoke on Asian Americans and I spoke on Asian hate, I was very specific on it, because you can't paint people in a broad stroke. Because if you go to the Black Panthers, one of the lead motherfuckers in there who went hard was a Japanese woman. It's a misconception. Most of the Black Panthers, 70% of their membership was women. So I'm not that guy who comes at people specifically and makes broad strokes assessments of an entire group of people when I make my argument, specifically about intersectionality and race, because it's a lot of nuance. And people want to give these black and white answers, but there's not shit black and white other than basic human morality. And y'all cross the threshold and line on that shit and push that goddamn ballpark so far. Lord knows what you niggas consider moral these days. It's so bad now that you got niggas celebrating this shit. Oh man, they passed Juneteenth as a holiday. So now that they passed Juneteenth, oh no, Massa gonna give us police reform next. Then when he give us police reform, Massa gonna give us reparations. Ain't gonna give you nothing. They gonna give you a holiday. They gonna put out a movie. They gonna put some niggas in it. Y'all gonna laugh and say, finally, y'all gonna be happy. They gonna give us a stimulus check, and we gonna shut the fuck up. That's what they saying right now. Take y'all little Juneteenth and y'all holiday. We gonna put some more y'all on some movies. We gonna put y'all on some commercials. They don't care about black people economically. But it's cool. Black people are cool right now. It's cool. It's cool to be down. So they're gonna cater to that to keep us cool. There's a lot of what they're doing is to keep us cool. Now, are niggas being smart and not showing our hand and letting our rage bubble in a more calculated fashion? I would like that. You know what? I have hope that that's what niggas are doing. I know some brothers who planning and plotting and scheming. Very wonderful things for the community. And we're gonna keep silent on that. I think that's the best. You know what? Maybe that's the best way niggas need to move when it comes to shit like this. Y'all gonna keep trying our motherfucking patience. I don't want a fucking holiday, man. I want the FBI agent who shot Martin Luther King. Put his name out. Y'all want to make niggas happy on Juneteenth? Put out the names of the FBI agents who killed Malcolm X, Fred Hampton. Air them out. Tell the world who killed these men. Tell the world. In 1999, we know that the United States government, was found guilty of the murder of Martin Luther King. So y'all did it. Y'all killed the nigga. And y'all trained him. That's the funny thing about it. He was brought up under Zionists, actually. So that's the fucked up thing about it. This country's fucked up, yo. Like, annihilate people, decimate them, and then years later, repeated atrocities later. A holiday? You get a Black History Month. A month, but you get our history. I mean, I guess the other minorities, it looks like we bitch too much because, like, there'd be like a goddamn Latino History Week, Asian Heritage Day. It's like y'all put boxes on people's histories that existed and had histories just from their ancestry that date hundreds of thousands of years. You giving niggas holidays and heritage days. The celebration that, mind you, wasn't a holiday because the only nigga celebrating it was Union soldiers, Black soldiers, who were celebrating their day of freedom. Honoring they fallen that weren't recognized. So instead of police reform, oh, we're gonna make it a real holiday now. That's not what the fuck we asked for, yo. Yo, can you stop killing niggas, please? Juneteenth is a holiday now. That ain't what the fuck we asked you, niggas. We say, yo, we don't want anything from y'all. Can y'all tell them to stop killing us? Y'all write Black Lives Matter signs down the Washington Strip. Big ass signs all over the place. Black Lives Matter Street Boulevard. And that ain't what the fuck we asked y'all. All niggas asked you for was, can we have something in place that makes police accountable for the murder of unarmed civilians? And can we put something in place for the wanton death of Black people at the hands of police is not so common? Is there something that we can do? Nothing can be done. And we say it's going to take a long time. No, it's not. I don't care. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. It's like, and Black people, you know what makes them care is when we start spending money with niggas that make them money. That's when we care. That's when they care. Is when they start losing money. You know, when we start watching the Super Bowl and they started catering, and now all these shows try to cast as many Black artists as possible. You think that's coincidence? They felt our dollar going away. So now they're trying to bring it back as much as possible. Give y'all stimulus checks and whatnot. They know our buying power, my nigga, and they feel the moment that shit dip, because niggas start losing dollars. So they're gonna do everything in their power to keep niggas docile and cool. Don't fall for that shit. Juneteenth the fucking hot. I'm not even off tomorrow. I still gotta go to fucking work. So I'm about to put my fist up and say Happy Juneteenth working in a regular ass job, like still on a plantation. Happy Juneteenth. America, America. God bless America, right? We got our holiday, y'all. All that marching, all them dead bodies. Hell, little Black boy just got shot by Asian grown man that they bailed out of jail. He just got out of jail. Same day he shot a little kid. Damn. Hopefully we get to stop Black hate. Nah. Can we get a stop shooting Black kids in Asian convenience store bill? Y'all better quit playing and think I'm just out here being funny. Another LA riot happened because that's why the first one happened. That little Black girl got shot. That Rodney King thing was one thing. That was a boil over. Why do you think all the Korean stores are getting burned the fuck down in the LA riots? Don't think it's a coincidence that y'all still going out your way to be proactive and putting as much anti-Asian hate propaganda as possible. Y'all was discriminating against Asians with no issue up until COVID happened. When the spikes in crime against us happened, where was this intention? When the spikes in crime happened, where was this attention in our community? As our arrest rates steadily went down as a whole, our arrest rate, our crime rate steadily went down, but our arrest rates steadily increased. And now our fatalities are increasing. Make it make sense, y'all. So I'm not here to, beat a dead horse and say, the enemy is playing tricks and trying to distract us from the real. But it's not even a distraction. It's more of like, shut up. They just told niggas, shut up. Shut up. Be quiet. Here's Juneteenth. You got a holiday now, niggas. You be all right. I don't know, yo. I'm kind of just tired of not being respected. I think I'm burned out on not being respected. We deserve our respect as a people. We deserve our respect as a people who've shown resiliency, who have shown a spirit that has endured genocide, as many other peoples have. Still, to this day, like we've experienced the greatest genocide that's experienced in human history because it's ongoing steadily, and it's been a worldwide systemic business and profit that's warped an ideology of billions of people for thousands of years. And here we are still forgiving, still giving people chances. Oh, God is good. Still putting our hand out as a gesture of good faith. Ever since them Africans let those motherfuckers in the middle passage. Ever since you put your hand out. Ever since you let motherfuckers in Egypt. Being too motherfucking loving. It's the dawn of existence. A loving people who pay for it all the time. Fall. Rise. Too comfortable. Not peeping the snakes that's coming in the garden. Because you trying to feed it. Thinking, nah, you ain't gonna do me like that. Why would you do me like that? Like, we all can eat. Like, you can get your shit over. Gotta tell my people sometimes. Jealousy is only understood by the jealous. Since the dawn of existence, we've had to validate our humanity to people, a specific people. And ours was never in question. So why do we need to validate it? We don't need a holiday from y'all. Like we don't need anything recognized from y'all. We as a people create the waves. We don't need to recognize anything from y'all. We don't. I don't need to recognize a holiday from you niggas. Like Juneteenth was already a holiday. It was already a holiday. It was already something that we celebrated. It was already something that black people put their energy into giving legitimacy. Now it's a federal recognized holiday. So y'all clearly hear the complaints of the people. And that's the shit that I don't miss. Oh, they made it a holiday now. So that means that if you can go into the depths of the conscious community to realize that this is a legitimate celebration that a lot of black people invest money in, so y'all gonna try to have sponsored holidays and try to have corporate goddamn sponsored Juneteenth celebrations to take money out of people who are already making money off the holiday versus just fucking police reform. Watch. Watch when I tell you they're gonna have Juneteenth. Nike gonna have Juneteenth shit. They're gonna start having Juneteenth specials. Watch. Mark my word. Mark my word. Y'all gonna see. They're gonna co-opt consciousness, man. Watch. Watch, man. They're gonna co-opt the conscious community. Then they're gonna start making money off that. And they're just gonna have y'all niggas run the white businesses that y'all don't own for real. Like that's all that's really be happening. Like it's not a like this is the type of breadcrumb shit that goofy shit like giving niggas a holiday. I just want police reform. I want reparations. I want a lot of things over Juneteenth as a holiday. Who voted for that? Who voted? This is why we have to be more politically inclined outside of when the blue decide to put a nigga in our face. We need to be more politically inclined in general. Um, we need to know who we're actually standing behind. We have to find candidates who support us. You know, I know we say it as a joke, but Biden didn't do shit for no niggas, and Obama didn't do shit for niggas. So I don't even understand why we felt the way. I mean, Trump, you know, we like to say that he did do more for black people, and that in itself is the same shit because he did harm to niggas. He fanned, like, you feel what I'm saying? Like, what did you really do? What did these guys do for us? We had a racist in office who talked shit to us, allow disrespect, violence. Black people get assaulted at his rallies, would antagonize them. So you clearly don't like niggas. Like you didn't even let niggas live in your towers, Trump. So, but Biden, Kamala, y'all don't like niggas neither. Y'all don't like niggas either. Like that's where my this disconnect comes from shit like this. Like this is like a political like be quiet. A little tap on, you know, when your daddy don't even want to slap you, you just grab you like, yo, stop, man. Stop. Like that's so disrespectful. There's so much more that we ask for, that we make our voices heard for. I don't think we asked for y'all to give Juneteenth federal legitimacy. I think we asked for y'all to stop making incidents like George Floyd having a knee placed on his neck and killed publicly, like a public execution. And while that shouldn't be something that black people accept as a normal reality, that just leaving our house one day and getting stopped by police can lead to us getting killed. By people y'all only trained for like not even 6 months. and put a gun in their hand and tell them to patrol neighborhoods like fucking Batman. I'm I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Oh, if y'all notice, that's why Batman a hard sell nowadays. Because when you really try to sell Batman, he just sounds like a police officer, somebody with a lot of money who spent a lot of tools and a lot of weapons, and he drives through the hood and he beats the shit out of people in back alleys. And a lot of these police, that's why they used to fucking Punisher and all that whatnot. And like, I gotta be careful, man. Like these niggas be living a superhero fantasy, putting on these badges and running through our neighborhoods, acting like goddamn G.I. Joe and shit. That shit is not a game, yo. It's not a game. Like, we need more psychiatric evaluations on people who want to become public officers who carry lethal arms. That shouldn't even be like a race specific thing. That should be something that's common sense across the spectrum. You're asking people to patrol foreign neighborhoods, people they don't know, people you don't interact with on a regular basis, and you don't want to give them basic psych evaluation tests. Because regardless of somebody's prejudice or bigotry, there's still a level of steadiness and clear headedness you have to be a police officer. Because a lot of these people you hire, even the most racist, dirt nasty bastard will go to his job and act like shit's normal. It's you hiring somebody who already shows a hint of mental instability, but you're hiring weak, fresh out the academy motherfuckers who'd have been itching to put a bullet in somebody. Or these country hillbillies who don't like who just be like, man, I don't like them black down the street. And now their prejudice extends to they trigger happy tendencies outside the job. Shit that we would have picked up on had the actual hiring process been extensive as it needs to be when you're hiring public servants. I'd just rather hire somebody just for the sake of saying, you got you a public servant who can do what they need to do. Y'all niggas you gotta do better, yo. You gotta do better, yo. Like niggas be having us out here looking crazy. So now that's the joke they take us for. Like that's the joke they take us for. That shit nutty, yo. What's the motherfucking Nerd Rap podcast, man? You know what I mean? Those are my thoughts on Juneteenth. You feel me? Just a diatribe on, been really on the. We really talk about a lot more socio-political things past couple of days, ran. Give you my thoughts and whatnot. And I do apologize for the rather unrefined nature of this podcast. I assure you I got more content coming. You know what I mean? But between the drop of the tape, by the way, Ass Kicking Music Volume 3 is out now on Bandcamp and SoundCloud and will be available on all streaming sites. It was supposed to be June 18th, and that was still the original date. Actually, Juneteenth was supposed to be the drop, which is funny today with this goofy ass shit coming by. Anyway, it's supposed to be Juneteenth, but you can check it out on, like I said, Bandcamp. I'll have the link posted. You feel what I'm saying? As well as SoundCloud. So, y'all definitely give it a listen if you fuck with it. What I mean? Just some unreleased shit I ain't get to put out. And I talk the same shit that I'm talking here. I would be considered a conscious rapper, but with the same tidbits I drop in my podcast and shit like that, just me rapping it, with bars and stuff. So here'll be the link below to the SoundCloud. So anybody who wants to check that out, check it out. 11 songs, some unreleased, some mixed pretty well professionally. Salute to my man Blacksmith Sundays. Brother got Toonami Beats Volume 1 and 2 on Spotify and every streaming platform. Son is incredible on the boards. Please check that out. His other albums, Photogenic, Waves in the Sun. We got collaborative albums coming out as well. You feel what I'm saying? So check the Prime Ape shit. We got Cooking Up, Underground Intensity, Cooking Up something special. Got a lot of shit in the stash. So y'all stay tuned. I'm gonna post the other link to the band camp. But yeah, man, it's just as a community, we need more. You know what I mean? We don't need handouts and we don't need band-aids. We need to be respected as human beings and as a community. And while I do feel we need to do more economically as a base, I'm also not one to spread the narrative to Black people as disorganized people to make them believe. We do come together. We do make our voices heard. But a lot of us also know the futility in taking certain avenues when we realize that no matter what niggas do, y'all just don't fuck with niggas, period. So we could take any avenue we want to, and y'all not gonna fuck with it anyway. So we might as well just make our voices heard and make it where y'all just can't go nowhere without hearing us. And that usually gets results. So we just gonna keep doing that. So, but what I need my brothers and sisters to all come together in unison to realize also is that we have to come together economically. You know what I mean? We really got to start pooling our resources together. It's not about working with each other for free. It's not about doing anything other than, yo, you get together with your people, you get together with your homies, and y'all all build together. Y'all all do your own shit, and y'all all build amongst each other. Y'all all make bread together. You cooking, what you doing, making you bread. But right now, like the homies are doing podcasts, we all doing podcasts. We all cross promote. My shit popping. I go over there and get his shit popping. His shit popping. He promote on mine. If you get our shit popping, you got to take back. There's three whole platforms niggas created just to make everybody some extra money going around the circle. You go to here, you can do whatever. You can do your own shit. We can both come today. It don't matter. But the point is that niggas can all cross promote and work together. And as a community, that's what we have to emphasize is about making moves that we can be in unison, so that when bullshit like this come, it fly over our fucking head. You can't really say nothing to a lot of other communities because they were given government incentives, they were given tax credit lines when they immigrated to this country, and we weren't. We weren't given ownership of anything we created because if we were given a royalty of the thing we invented in this country, we would own most of this country. That's just what the fuck it is. Like, so I'm not in the habit to oh, that's the SoundCloud again. Pardon me. Let me get the band camp. And make sure I get the links right. But yeah, like we have to come together economically because that's when we create a base of power that can supersede shit like this. That can supersede even even a large influx of just like the police being in our community. Because y'all gotta think when we are the board, when we are the municipality, the municipalities have to swing our way. We need niggas in niggas say this all the time. We need niggas in politics, y'all. Like the power of politics is important. You know what I mean? I know everybody want to be an author and everybody want to be, this and the third. We need people in positions of power, though. You know what I mean? And we as a community, when we see a brother, I make it a point to like when there's a candidate running around in the Georgia area, especially in the Southeast Georgia area, that's running for the interests of us, you at least give them the credit of looking into them. You support them, you give them your votes, you do that. You show up to these community board meetings, you make your voice heard, you voice your concerns. You need to be a part of that. Like there's a cognizance that we owe our community because no one else is going to give it to us. And if we're not going to go out of our way to make sure that we have a better understanding of what's going on politically and economically when it comes to us, shit like this gonna keep happening. And motherfuckers gonna keep taking advantage of the fact that economically as a base we are weak. And it's really just in the terms of working together. It's not in terms of our power economically. It's that we don't really have it. We don't funnel it into ourselves. Like we don't funnel it into ourselves. Like we don't. Like that's the shit that makes it crazy. Like we don't take any of that energy that we put into buying all these other little brands into us. Finally got the fucking Bandcamp link. So both links is in the description below. So you can support if you want to. You can support the Bandcamp. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate whoever the fuck's watching this. It's definitely late as hell. But salute you. It says one person, but salute you. But it is the motherfucking Nerd Rap Podcast. I salute everybody who showed me love, who comes out and checked out the content. I'm gonna start having some, bringing some more content to y'all regularly. Get some more movie reviews, some more battle reviews. You know what I mean? Just a more steady flow of content. Life happens. You know what I mean? And you gotta take care of that before anything else. But us as a community, we need to stay on top of each other more. You know what I mean? We need to come together more for the sake of our kids, my nigga. This is the world we're leaving them. This is the world you're leaving them. So anytime shit like this happens, where politically we're ignored and gaslit and silenced without recompense, there's an issue. So that means years down the line, the disrespect and the violence will be more flagrant. And that means our kids would be being born into a world where they're targets. I will not let that happen. But I'm just one person, you know. I can do as much as I can do. I'm big on. I'm not gonna wait for niggas to fall in line. I'm just take care of mine. So I will say this to my community: we need to be more cognizant of what they're doing behind closed doors because they're trying to take away our voting power, and low key suppress the vote of the South to the point it's gonna be like fucking Jim Crow all over again. It's gonna get dark soon. Low key, they're trying to make it get dark behind the scenes. I'm telling y'all see all the Juneteenth shit. It seemed good. Y'all gonna see. It's motherfucking Nerd Rap Podcast, man. Salute to y'all. We out.